Hello everyone, I'm Jasmine, copywriter and certified content marketing strategist. And if you've been posting content but no one's actually buying, you're not getting any sales from it, today I'm going to share with you reasons why they aren't buying. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm Jasmine, copywriter and certified content marketing strategist, helping you get set up for success online through the power of copywriting and content marketing strategies. Let's get to work. So if you've been showing up posting content consistently on your social media channel and no one has been biting the worm, I'm going to share with you 5 reasons why they may not be buying from you and how you can get your content to start actually working. So the first thing that I want to share with you is a quote that my mentor has taught me, and that is, if you want more fish, you need more bait, and content is your bait. Good quality content is your bait, right? And so let's just dive deeper into the reasons why they aren't buying, especially if you've been posting content consistently, but nothing's actually turned into a sale. I'm going to share with you reasons why that may be the case, right? And so the first reason that I want to just jump right in and share with you is that your content may not be working, or the reason why they aren't buying is because you don't know what pool you're swimming in. So what do I mean by that? I'm saying you have to know who your audience is and where your audience is hanging out online, or where they're hanging out in general, right? And so when it comes to content writing, the number one thing that matters is tailoring your content to your audience. A big thing that I see that oftentimes clients, when they first come to me, they share that their friends and family aren't supporting their business, or that type of dialogue, that type of challenge they're facing. And it's really because they're they're posting their content in the wrong places, or they're not allowing their audience to recognize that this is for them, right? So a main reason why people don't buy is they don't know it's for them, and you haven't called them out in your content, right? And so you definitely want to be aware of where you're showing up online and how you're showing up online. If you haven't been brave enough to speak to, separate the people who you're wanting to do business with from the rest of the crowd, then that is your problem. Because when you try and reach everyone, I'm sure you've heard this, when you try to reach everyone, you reach no one, right? And so a big reason why they may not be buying is you don't know about the pool you're swimming in, and you just have to have clarity around it. So that is the first thing that I want you to just take note of, is what pool you're swimming in and how you're showing up in the pool that you're swimming in, and making sure that you're calling out the people who you actually want to do business with and separating them from the rest of the crowd, right? And so the second thing that I want to share with you as far as a reason why they may not be buying is you forgot the hook. And when I say you forgot the hook, I mean every time you're creating content and marketing the content, there should be a call to action, right? You have to have their interests. You may have their interest in your free or lower end programs, and you may be really good at motivating them or getting your followers riled up, right? But if that's the case, the reason why people don't buy is because you haven't asked for the money enough, right? You have to communicate the value of working with you, and you have to ask for the sale. So it's not enough to just have call to actions that say, comment down below how you feel, or give me a like if this resonates with you. No, you have to, the calls to action that you use, you should be asking for the sale. That's one reason why people aren't buying is because you aren't asking them to buy from you, right? And so, and it's not just about one and done. You have to be consistent, and you just have to be consistent in showing up and asking for the money, right? And so that's the second reason. The reason why people may not be buying is because you forgot the hook. Okay, you forgot the hook. You forgot to ask them to give you your money. And okay, and so a third reason why people may not be buying from you is you're selling water to a fish. And when I say that, what do I mean? I'm saying, really, you should be asking yourself, are you giving out enough value, right? So, because if you're not giving out enough value, you may be selling water to people who've heard this time and time again. What you're sharing with them may not be lucrative enough. It may not be hearty enough, and it may be boring. It may be things they've already heard before. And so you want to make sure that what you're sharing in your content is actually going to be the wine that they're looking for, that different, that valuable information, valuable experience, versus just water to a fish. What is a fish? A fish lives in water. A fish knows all about water. They've seen water every day. There's nothing new about it. There's nothing interesting about it. There's nothing really unique about it. That is, if you just regurgitate information that's already out there, that people have already heard a million times, you just sound like everyone else, and you aren't setting yourself apart, and you aren't giving them a reason to buy from you, because what's so different about you than anyone else, right? And so you just want to make sure that you're giving out enough value. So that's the third reason. If people aren't buying from you, then you may be selling water to a fish. So just think about, what value can you add to your potential customers, right? What value can you share through your content, right? Because people can tell when you're holding back, and they can tell when, if they've already tried it, they've already tasted it, and they're constantly surrounded by the generic information that everyone else around them is basically copying and pasting. They crave quality, and they recognize it when they see it, and they only want to taste quality, from here on out. That's the type of content that you should be posting when you want someone to buy from you, right? And the fourth reason why people may not be buying from you is because your line is too short. And as you can see, we're staying on topic as it relates to the using those fish analogies. When you go fishing, right? Like I said, if you want more fish, you need more bait. And good quality content is your bait. And so the fourth reason is your line is too short. When you go fishing, you need a line that's going to be long enough to get into the water and reach the people who you are, or reach the fish that you're wanting to catch, right? And so what I mean by that is, another reason why people aren't buying is because you aren't reachable, right? And so when I say that, while I don't believe that you should make yourself available to everyone and anyone, anywhere, I think that it is important, or what I found is that it is important for you to feel reachable through your content, for the solutions you're offering to feel within reach. It should feel like an easy next step. It should feel like a task that they could complete. If it feels like there are too many steps in between buying it, if it feels like it's too complicated, if it feels like you're holier than thou even in your personality, then that's going to be off-putting. And people are busy, so you have to respect people's time. And you respect people's time by making things easier for them, by streamlining the process. But Amazon is a great example. Like, it's so easy to order from Amazon. You can just literally click, and then 2 days later it's at your house. So you have to make sure that the line you're using to catch your fish are are long enough. Make sure the line is not too short, making sure that the line is something that can actually reach them to help them come closer to you, if that makes sense. So you have to, sometimes that involves setting up your processes in place so that you are doing a lot of the heavy lifting for them, right? And so people, they don't want to do business with people who they believe are holier than thou. They don't want to do business. They don't want to give their money to people, places, or things that they believe are too beyond their reach. They want things that are within reach. And it's just important to make sure that through your content, you're sharing and you're communicating that you and your solution is within reach, right? And the final reason that I want to share with you as it relates to reasons why people aren't buying is, you're throwing out way too much bait at once, right? You're throwing out way too much bait at once. And a reason why someone may not be buying from you is because they don't know what you're offering, because you're always offering so many different things all the time. And maybe the things are too many unrelated things that they're not even clear about what specifically you do. And they may have way too many options to choose from, and they're paralyzed with indecision. So maybe it's because you're constantly launching a new thing after another thing. And maybe it's because you don't specify exactly what it is you do. And a confused mind will always say no. So you want to make sure that people are clear on what you do and what you offer that can specifically help them where they are right now when they need you. You want to make sure you're staying top of mind. And if you're throwing out way too much bait and everything is all over the place and people don't know what to do because they don't know which thing to pick because there's so many options, that could be a challenge for them, and that can confuse them and them not realizing what they need to get started with. So it's important to have a signature offer or something that you're having that you're known for, where they know, when they need earmuffs, you're the earmuff lady, or when they need when they need photography, you're the photographer, or when they need virtual assistants, you're the go-to person for that, or copywriting, or whatever you do. So make sure that whatever bait you're throwing out, make sure you're not throwing out too much at once. Make sure you're throwing out something that you could be known for, something that people can remember you for, so that whenever they do realize they need this specific service or this specific product, you can be top of mind and they know exactly what to get started with, because you haven't overwhelmed them with so much information, right? Or so many options, right? And so that's it. Those are 5 reasons why people may not be buying from you. So hopefully you found these tips very helpful in empowering you to understand how you can better craft copy that is compelling and that's clear and that converts. And if you want to see this, I know a lot of you all, you like to see content you like to see examples. You like to see content in practice. And so I definitely have some examples in the description. I'm leaving some examples of content pieces you can check out at your own pace below, where you can just understand more about how to structure content or just examples of different content that's working. So check out those links in the description. And, just if you want to see examples of content in practice, and that is using all of these strategies that I'm sharing with you in this video. And other than that, let me know, comment below, let me know if anything that I've shared has been an aha for you. If you have any epiphanies, or if you have any questions, leave those questions down below and I will reply to them, or I might even reply through a video response. So drop your questions that are coming up for you as it relates to copywriting tips or copywriting for beginners. Let me know down below. And until next time, I will see you later. But until then, go out and make some magic. Okay, bye.